Guys, welcome back to the channel. This is Modesty33 here, aka Crystal with a C. Back at you with another video. If you're new to my channel, you just happen to click on. Welcome. I try to put out 1 to 2 videos a week. I do sit downs, reviews, reactions, vlogs. So if any of that interests you, make sure you check out the prior videos on my channel. And if you see anything you like before you leave, make sure you subscribe. So today, you guys, I'm actually going to be doing part 2 of like a what's in my bag and like a wear and tear regarding one of my luxury bags that I've had in my collection for a long time. I say this is part 2 because earlier today I did film a video, which I don't know when that one's going to be uploaded, but it is a what's in my bag and a wear and tear / review and my thoughts on my Chanel large classic flap, aka the Chanel jumbo bag, and the caviar leather silver hardware, color is black. I still have it in front of me. This bag right here, I just did a what's in my bag and wear and tear on this bag. So I did mention in that video that I was gonna be going to get my nails done. So this bag was not gonna be going with me. It's a bit too big and bulky, as well as with the items I had in here, it was gonna be heavy. And that turned out to be a really great decision because it was just a lot going on at the nail place. I wanna show you guys really quickly before we get into the bag, what my nails look like. So this is the color that I got on my nails. It's like a pinky coral type of color. So like a pink and orange mixture. And I also have this color on my toes as well. And I did get them cut down. They were a yellow before. You'll see that in the video prior, and they had grown out quite a bit. I usually get my nails done once a month now. I'm kind of getting back into the gel shellac scene where I was out of it for a while, but we'll see how long this lasts. I like to do plain nails at times, but I have been enjoying getting back into color, so we'll see. But yeah, the bag that I did switch into in order to go get my nails done, and that's why I say this is a part 2, is my Chanel wallet on chain. And this is the classic wallet on chain. Give you a few details about the bag. This bag was purchased in London, England in 2017. And it was purchased, I believe it was inside of a Harrods boutique. It was either Harrods or there was another kind of department store as well that I feel like I went into. Selfridges, that's what it was. It was Selfridges. It was purchased inside of Selfridges, 2017, London, when I went on a trip with some friends from church. And this was my very first Chanel bag that I purchased. I had been, on YouTube looking at reviews regarding the Chanel bags and kept seeing the Chanel wallet on chain pop up. This is the version with the button closure, not the magnetic closure. Again, purchased 2017. And when I purchased this bag, after getting the cash back, it was under $2,000. Yeah, it was under $2,000. So maybe like around $1,600-1,800 after I got the cash back. And I think, Chanel again just had a price increase. So I think these bags now retail for over $4,000, which is crazy to me because it's not even really a bag. It's actually considered a small leather good, but a lot of people in the luxury community do use this item as a bag, including myself. So I don't use this as a wallet. But yeah, this is what it looks like here. Now, again, I'm gonna show you the exterior before we get inside of the interior. I'm gonna try to be quick because my phone is dying, so we'll see how long we last. But again, this is caviar leather gold hardware. Color is black. And immediately here, you're gonna notice this is kind of has a curve in it, and that's from me manipulating and using the very long chain that this bag comes with and like doubling it up inside of the bag. And when you do that, the corners do upturn in the bag, which I don't personally mind, but if this bothers you, then you definitely don't want to do that with the chain. You want to just leave it as is, and it will maintain that rectangular shape for the most part, I guess. But yeah, this is the hardware here. Again, it's gold hardware. This is the front of the bag. The flap is a little off kilter because of the items I have inside. This is the top. Let me show you the bottom. On the bottom, there is like this white dots right here. I just noticed that when I took the bag out earlier to wear it. And I like kind of put my finger on it and it does come off. So I probably just need to take a wipe and clean that off. But yeah, other than that, there's really nothing on the bottom of the bag. Let me show you side number 1. I do have some stuff kind of sticking out of the bag. Side 1, and this is the back, and the back does have like some markings right where the pocket is. Let me push this down. I have a receipt in this pocket, but yeah, I just need to clean that off. You'll be able to see that here. Again, that does come off. I just need to clean it off. This is the Mona Lisa pocket. I do have a receipt in here. And then this is the other side. And I think I already showed you guys the top. So not really much wear on this bag. And again, this is actually, as of now, the oldest luxury bag that I have in my collection. Again, purchased 2017. The next oldest bag would probably be, I think, my Chanel Jumbo that I still own. So my Chanel bags, these two Chanel bags are definitely the oldest bags in my collection. Everything else that I have in my collection, I purchased when I moved here to Houston, Texas. So that's been within the past 5 years. So I do still, yeah, have these two OG Chanel bags. But yeah, and then as far as the chain is concerned, again, it's kind of the leather with the interlocking gold hardware and very comfortable chain, no real wear on the chain either. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys the inside. So this is the inside here, and same kind of sweetheart pocket as the Chanel Jumbo. However, this pocket does go all the way down the length of the bag. If you kind of see it here. Yeah, so you can put like your passport, cash, receipts. I've done all of the above in my time owning this bag, so it does come in handy. But it is kind of like one of those novelty pockets, so you may or may not use it if you get this bag. And you do see the Chanel right here. This is where the strap goes through. On some of the newer versions of the Wallwt on chain, I think they have clips on the side, so you no longer have this leather piece in the middle. I haven't been in Chanel in a while, really. Yeah, the last time I went in Chanel, it was to buy a gift for one of my friends. And so as far as me shopping at Chanel, it's been years at this point. But yeah, so I haven't looked at any of the more recent Wallwt on chains to be able to tell you and ascertain all the changes between this version and the newer ones. But I do know that they did switch out some of the interior components. I believe the interior zip compartment here is metal now, whereas this is plastic. I know that this is a button closure. However, the newer ones have the magnetic closure, so that makes it a bit easier. And again, this is just what my contents of my bag look like. I'm gonna start here. Now, I did not downsize my cards or anything, so I did put my Louis Vuitton Romy card holder, or Romy wallet, in this front pocket here. So that's where that lived. And you can, there are pockets on the interior of the bag where you can slip your cards out of like a card holder such as this, put your cards in there. I did that maybe a handful of times when I first got this bag, and I found it to be very inconvenient because if I put my items and stack them on here and I really need to use a card, it's just very inconvenient to try to shuffle around and grab the appropriate card and try to slip it out, put it back in. So I don't really find the card slots in the back for me personally to be convenient when the bag is filled up. But again, if you're using it as a wallet and maybe you just have cash or something in the interior and not really much more, maybe a lip gloss or something like your keys, it probably would be fine. But me personally, because of the way I use the bag, it just doesn't work for me personally. So usually, again, I will have either my wallet up here, or again, if I want to use cards, usually I will put them in the zipper compartment because that makes it a bit more secure. So you do have the zipper opening here. I didn't put anything in this zipper opening, but that is accessible. It just has the burgundy cloth interior in this pocket, or in this, yeah, zip compartment. There's also another slip compartment on the interior. I don't have anything in that one. That one also has like a cloth interior. And then just kind of showing you everything on top, I do have my car key here, which is kind of broken down. So I had to put all this tape over here because, I don't know, guys, my car is 10 years old. And so everything related to my car just, I mean, the car is fine, but you know, the other exterior accessory components to the car, you know, aren't in the best shape. So we'll just say that. Then I also have my Touchland hand sanitizer right here that fits very nicely in this bag. And then I also have my Altoid mints, and all these are sitting upright in the bag. So again, this size of Altoids will sit up in the bag, was it horizontally? Yeah. And then I also have my AirPods Pro 2nd generation were in here as well. And then I also have my lipstick that I'm wearing today, which is the satin version of the Hermes Rouge H, or Rouge H. That's what it looks like here, and that's what's on my lips. And then I do have my Road blush on, if you're kind of seeing that. I probably put on too much, but it's been on all day. And I have the newest shade Sun Soak on, which is kind of like a bright type of reddish orange, I guess. So I do have that on. And I also have it on as like kind of a little highlighter or eyeshadow. So that's also on. So, but yeah, and then the last thing in here is gonna be my e-reader, which is my Onyx Books Palma 2. I always take this with me, but I pretty much knew when I got to the nail place that I was not gonna have the time or accessibility to read, because like they do my toes and my nails at the same time, so you're pretty much immobile. So yeah, but this is the end. Oh, I also have my tweezers here. So that was also in this compartment next to my wallet. So this is what the interior looks like. It is a cloth interior on the side where the slip compartments are, and then on the other side that is leather, and that's where I do have the interior wear. This is a stain that I don't know where that came from, maybe some hand sanitizer some years back, but it's been there for years. And then also here has the Made in Paris, and this is the other interior slip compartment. But yeah, this right here is the major wear on the interior. And then I do have it's not like a bag organizer, but it's like a base shaper, just to kind of keep the corners square so I can fit the most items in here and still close the bag. So I've had this one for a number of years that I purchased online. And yeah, again, with the card case or card components here, you can put your cards there. I don't find it to be practical for my use. So that's pretty much the wear and tear of this bag here. And you can carry it in so many different ways. That's what I do like about it. And but as far as the use of this bag looks like it's been through the ringer. Definitely has way more wear than my Chanel Large Classic Flap does. Definitely more exterior as well as interior wear. But definitely I say with this one, I haven't been as careful with, and I probably have, I don't want to say I've used this one more, but there was a period of time where I was using it quite a bit. And so that's where some of this interior wear does come from with this particular bag. And especially with manipulating the chain in various ways where you get this dip here. Now, what I will say about this bag, once this bag surpassed $2,000, for me, I wouldn't have bought it. It wouldn't have been worth it, just because the type of person that I am personally. I have to consciously downsize and think about what I'm gonna put in a bag this size. Whereas with the Chanel Jumbo, or even with some of my bigger bags, which are totes, or just even like hobo bags, you can just throw everything in there. You don't have to be as mindful or conscientious. Whereas, yeah, this one, you really have to actively think about what you're gonna fit in here, what you're gonna wear, and how you're gonna make it work. And that's just me personally. Some people, this is like a regular size bag for them, and there's more than enough space to fit everything. That's just not me personally. So yeah, like I think about my clothing, my exterior clothing, if I have pockets, if there are places I can put other items. Like with my cell phone that I'm filming on now, I did have that in one of my jeans pockets, as well as my other keys here were in my pockets. And that's kind of the way I can make it work when I wear this bag. But otherwise, this really on the majority of occasions does not work for me. Now, the occasions I would wear this is like if I'm going out with friends and I don't necessarily, I want to, you know, look nice and dress up a little bit, but I don't want to take one of my other bags like that. Yeah, if I don't necessarily know the atmosphere. I feel like this is a good bag. I've taken this to multiple birthday parties that my friends have had. I've also, where else have I worn this? Mostly like birthday parties or just different events in the community where I can afford to downsize. I don't necessarily know, again, what I'm walking into, but I want a small bag that is gonna fit pretty much what I need, that's not gonna be too loud or robust. And so this one fits the bill. I mean, it's still Chanel. It still has the signature quilting, but the CC is very small. I mean, you could carry it this way as well. It could be, you know, a replica for all other people know. But I mean, I know I bought it and it's real. I got the receipts and all the things. But yeah, I just think it's a very low-key bag, but it's still very nice. It's a nice black bag. You can be, you know, wear it under the armpit as a clutch if you wanted to, or wear it crossbody. Typically, I do wear it crossbody. I've, you know, taken this like to do golf or putt-putt. You know, I've gone with this bag to events like that with my friends. And so also I did carry this bag on my 40th birthday last year when my best friend and my mother, when we went to Paris, and we went to the Louvre that day. And so I did carry this bag into the Louvre, and I carried it all day when we were walking around, and it worked out just fine for me. So I do have a bit of sentimental attachment to the bag, being that I did use it my 40th birthday. It is the oldest bag to date now in my collection from 2017, so it is 8 years old. But I mean, if I needed the money and it was a good price, I would still sell it. Like, I don't feel that way about any of my bags anymore, where I'm like, oh, I have to have this or I have to have that. I do believe in switching up, that sometimes our styles and our tastes change, our life stages change. So I could definitely see, much like I could see selling this one. And after I saw the piece of jewelry that I saw today, I may in fact, you know, move forward with trying to sell. Sorry, I kind of spritzed a bit. I may try to move forward with selling this one if I could get a pretty good offer on it. But this one, I definitely would really think, I would really have to think hard about before I ended up selling this one, just because even though I don't use it that often, it definitely comes in handy the times that I do use it. And yeah, like, I really do like it. I enjoy it. So in 2025, would I recommend the Chanel Wallwt on chain? Absolutely not. Not at the current price point. If you could find a good deal, I think that would be great. I mean, if you want it, you can do whatever you want to do. Of course, it's your money, it's your resources. If you think that this bag will, you know, definitely be helpful and useful to you, but just for the amount of times that I've used it and how I end up having to use it, I would say definitely it's not worth it for me to pay more than what I did pay for it. Because I already knew it wasn't going to be an everyday bag. I was not going to use it as a wallet. And so it does get minimal use, but it has gotten quite a bit of use and has been very useful the times it has, you know, been utilized. I just said use and utilize a whole bunch of times. So hopefully you're still with me. But if you have any questions about this bag or any of my other bags, let me know. And so, like I said, this one was purchased like June of 2017. And so, yeah, like if we do end up keeping it, then, you know, if I do end up keeping this bag, it would be hitting 10 years in another couple of years. So it'd be interesting to see what the wear and tear looks like at that point in time, or if I do implement it more within my collection at that time. But yeah, definitely, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. Also, if you you know, have any, if you do own this bag or you're thinking about this bag, definitely comment below. And share this video with anyone else who likes this type of content. And before you leave, make sure you do subscribe to the channel. Guys, you do that by hitting the red button below and the bell next to it, so you are notified when I do upload future videos. And again, you guys, thank you so very much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I really appreciate all the new subscribers. And we will see you in the very next video. Bye, guys.